What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Monday, December 31st. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's take a look at the point guard position. I like James Harden from the Houston Rockets playing the Memphis Grizzlies. Hey, the Memphis Grizzlies have a great team. The pace isn't that high, but James Harden has scored 71, 60, and 65 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 57.9 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 37 minutes per game with a 38% usage rate. So Chris Paul's out, so James Harden usage is up in the 40s, playing a ton of minutes, taking a ton of shots. I was actually going to fade him today because there's a low implied total, only 201.5 implied total points in this game. Memphis Grizzlies, good defenders, slow-paced game. I was not going to pick James Harden, but then I found out that Eric Gordon is going to miss this game tonight. So that just means more shots and more usage for James Harden. Hard to ignore. James Harden is 11,400 DraftKings salary, projected at 56.1 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 57 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. With no Eric Gordon, no Chris Paul, I love James Harden here tonight versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. And then you can see the top point production, who scored the most fantasy points in the last 3 games, minute monsters, see who played the most minutes in the last 3 games, and the recent performance, so you can see who's overperforming and maybe due to crash, and you can see who's underperforming and maybe due to smash. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like Dennis Schroeder from the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Dallas Mavericks, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, but they give up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Dennis Schroeder has scored 33, 38, and 29 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 29.7 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 30 minutes per game with a 26% usage rate. Dennis Schroeder is 5,400 DraftKings salary. He's 400 more on FanDuel, projected at 32.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's 6 times value. There's an implied total of 224.5 points in this game. It's a high-paced game. I love Dennis Schroeder here versus the Dallas Mavericks. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's see who we have at the small forward position. I like TJ Warren from the Phoenix Suns playing the Golden State Warriors, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're also middle-of-the-pack defending opposing small forwards. TJ Warren has scored 42, 22, and 34 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 30 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 31 minutes per game with a 24% usage rate. TJ Warren is 6,600 DraftKings salary. He's 400 more on FanDuel, projected at 27.5 fantasy points here tonight. There's an implied total of 228 points in this game. If Devin Booker misses this game, TJ Warren's usage goes way up. I like him even if he doesn't miss. I think TJ Warren scores over 35 fantasy points here, hits 5 times value. I like TJ Warren versus the Golden State Warriors. Okay, let's see who we have at the power forward position. I like Draymond Green from the Golden State Warriors playing the Phoenix Suns, who have the 6th worst defense overall, and they're about middle of the pack defending opposing power forwards. Draymond Green has scored 25, 44, and 22 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 31.5 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 31 minutes per game with a 15% usage rate. Draymond Green is $6,400 DraftKings salary, projected at 32.6 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. Draymond Green has been up and down lately, should lead to low ownership. He's got a great matchup. I love Draymond Green here versus the Phoenix Suns. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Anthony Davis from the New Orleans Pelicans playing the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're also middle-of-the-pack defending opposing centers. Anthony Davis has scored 47, 84, and 63 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 60.7 fantasy points per game on the season, in an average of 37 minutes per game with a 29% usage rate. Anthony Davis is $11,500 DraftKings salary. He's $1,200 more on FanDuel. I prefer that DraftKings price. Projected at 58.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 5 times value. Anthony Davis is going to get Karl Anthony Towns on a back-to-back. Karl Anthony Towns is coming off of a ceiling game. He put up 87 fantasy points last night, so he should be tired. Anthony Davis should be able to take advantage. There's an implied total of 230 points in this game. Tons of fantasy scoring. Most of it should go Anthony Davis's way. Home game. I love Anthony Davis here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.